Welcome to another episode of Practice Tips. This episode is for beginners. In this episode, we shall discuss how to sing the basic exercises in Carnatic music in multiple speeds or Kaalas, so that we can really squeeze the juice out of it during practice. In Carnatic music, all practitioners, beginners in music are taught the Sarali Varsai, the Janti Varsai, Alankaras, Dhatu Varsais, the Tarasthai Varsais, the Mandrasthai Varsais. So all these exercises help us in what? Number one, in melody. Number two, in rhythm, Shruti and Laya. Now, when a student practices these exercises in multiple Kaalas or speeds with the Tala, he actually is multitasking. He really improves his concentration because he needs to put the Tala, he needs to sing the Swaras in its Swarasthanas perfect to Shruti, he needs to change the speed seamlessly. So all this together helps him in improving his concentration dramatically. These are wonderful vocal exercises, voice culture exercises. Initially, we will sing all these exercises in Shuddha Swarasthanas. We will not use Gamakas. Only later, once as the student progresses, we can use Gamakas while singing the vocal exercises. When I started learning music from Mahalakshmi Natarajan auntie when I was a 6-year-old or a 7-year-old child, for almost 1.5 years or more, we were only made to do the basic exercises in various speeds. Rigorous practice of the basic exercises for that much period of time before we moved on to even Swarajatis or anything like that. So that is the importance, that is the relevance of these basic exercises. Let us understand how we can practice them in multiple speeds. I generally recommend all my students to at least practice the Sarali Varsais, Janti Varsais, the Janti Varsai in 3 Kaalas, but Sarali Varsai or Alankaras or anything, even the Geetams in 4 Kaalas. So when we talk about 4 Kaalas, what is important is we need to start the first Kaala as slow as possible. How does that help us? The slower the first speed is, the duration where you hold a particular swara is much longer. So the longer the duration you hold a swara, your swarasthana becomes more clear and purer. You are able to hold the swara in a position for a longer period of time. Your voice becomes much more firm. The number 2 advantage of this is, the slower the pace of the tala, the stronger you become in rhythm or laya, because it's easy to put fast, but it's very difficult to put a tala slow and maintain it. So start slow. That is very important. When you're singing the first Kaala, second Kaala, third Kaala, fourth Kaala, remember, do not stop anywhere. The transition between first Kaala to second Kaala, second to third, third to fourth should be seamless. You should not stop. It is important to remember, put the tala firmly. Don't let it float. If the tala floats, you definitely will falter somewhere. Put the tala firmly, number 1. Number 2, when there is a transition, before you arrive at that transition, be prepared to move on to the next process, that is the second Kaala or the third Kaala. Be prepared beforehand, mentally. Number 3, very important, during the transition, be firm. Do not let it loose. Be firm. Maybe keep an eye during the transition so that you do not stop or you do not falter during the transition. It is always helpful, I will discuss that later, to put a metronome on sometimes and practice with that, so that there is a reference, especially in case your tala is shaky or the rhythm is shaky, that will help you to practice, at least initially, on bank on the rhythm, on a groove. So let us now sing the first Sarali Varsai without Gamaka. First Sarali Varsai we'll sing now without Gamaka in the first Kala, second Kala, third Kala, fourth Kala, and I'm going to add a twist to this. I'm going to then go to the third Kala, second and first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. This helps us very much. The coming back, is actually very difficult. From fourth to third to second to first. So if you practice that, it is very, very useful for beginners. So let us do this first Sarali Varsai without Gamakas. Sa re ga ma pa da ni sa ni da pa ma ga re sa re ga ma pa da ni sa ni da pa ma ga re sa re ga ma pa da ni sa ni da pa ma ga re sa re ga ma pa da ni sa ni da pa ma ga re sa re ga ma pa da ni sa ni da pa ma ga re sa re ga ma pa da ni sa ni da pa ma ga re sa re ga ma pa da ni sa ni da pa ma ga re sa re ga ma pa da ni sa ni da pa ma ga re sa re ga ma pa da ni sa ni da pa ma ga re sa re ga ma pa da ni sa ni da pa ma ga re sa re ga ma pa da ni sa ni da pa ma ga re sa re ga ma pa da ni sa ni da pa ma ga re sa. You see, seamlessly from first to second to third to fourth to third to second to first without stopping. One continuous recital of the Varisai. Now, let us do the second Sarali Varsai, this time with a Gamaka in Maya Malavagola in the same fashion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sa ri sa ri sa ri ga ma sa ri ga ma pa da ni sa ni da pa sa ni da pa ma ga re sa ri ga ma sa ri ga ma pa da ni sa ni da pa sa ni da pa ma ga re sa ri ga ma pa da ni sa ni da pa sa ni da pa ma ga re sa ri ga ma pa da ni da pa da ni da pa ma ga re sa ri ga ma pa da ni da pa da ni da pa ma ga re sa sari ga ma pa da ni sa ni da ma sa ni da ma ga ni sari ga ma sari ga ma pa da ni sa ni da pa sa ni da pa ma ga ri sa ri ga ma sa ri ga ma pa da ni sa ni da pa sa ni da pa ma ga ri sa. So my dear friends, what did we learn from this episode? We first of all learned that it is important to sing all the exercises in 4 kalas at least. If it is difficult, 3 kalas, but I would recommend 4 kalas. Now when we sing 4 kalas, it is important we start the first kala slowly. Don't rush. Because if the first kala is very fast, 4th kala will definitely struggle. So start the first kala slow so that your stability of the voice over a long period of interval is there. So your voice becomes more stable, much stronger. And then your laya or the rhythm actually improves if you sing very slowly. So start the first kala slow. Don't stop between first, second, third, fourth or backwards. Sing it continuously. Put the tala firmly. Be aware, prepared before the transition. During the transition, put the tala firmly again. Finally, it is nice to practice this in at least a pace of 66 on the metronome. Try 66 so that the first kala is nice and slow. So use the metronome initially. It's not that we get only used to singing with the metronome, but singing with the metronome initially will definitely help stabilize the kala pramana or the transition between the different speeds. So use the metronome initially, try 66, and I'm sure you'll find amazing results. So this practice has to be done like having a staple diet. Everyone, every day have to practice this regularly to see results at least in 6 months. You'll see amazing results. So try this out. In the next episode for beginners, I will talk about how to use vowel extensions along with the same practice. So till then, happy practicing.